about them Tar Heels. They are the national champions.
We're back. Time for another edition of the Carolina Insider. It's a rapid reactions edition presented by Modelo after Carolina just kind of grinds past Radford tonight, 89-74. Jones Angell Adam Lucas here with you. Heels go to 3-0 on the season. Adam, this game just didn't have a lot of flow, a lot of fouls. There were 55 fouls called in this game, 80 free throws between the two teams. Carolina, the story early was kind of the personnel groupings because, unfortunately, Seth Trimble is going to miss a little bit of time here with an injury. Then early in the game, Jaron Stevenson took a hard fall on a defensive effort on a fast break and injured his right ankle. Caleb Wilson joined a slew of players from both teams in foul trouble. So all of a sudden, Carolina didn't have Seth Trimble, didn't have Jaron Stevenson, and didn't have Caleb Wilson. And so you were trying to put these pieces together. It didn't look pretty all the time. Tar Heels eventually made a nice push before halftime to lead by double figures. They were never threatened in this game, but this game just kind of sat there between like 15, 20-point lead for Carolina as the teams exchanged fouls and free throws.
A 2.5-hour game between Carolina and Radford is too long. The push at the end of the first half, I think it ended up being 21-9, was with Caleb Wilson on the bench. That was an encouraging development, and also somewhat the decisive part of the game because the two teams have been very close. Radford had the lead for a little bit, and then Carolina put it out of the distance going into the locker room. So nothing fantastic from this game, but the Tar Heels did enough to win on a night where there were some things conspiring against them.
I did think that Henry Vasar played well and kind of just provided, on a night where it was a little inconsistent, he provided a steadying presence for Carolina and finished with 18 points, 7 rebounds, 7 of 11 at the free throw line, and just did a nice job scoring in various ways.
Brad Frederick said on the halftime interview on the Tar Heel Sports Network, he used the similar wording than what you did. He said Henry steadied the ship at a time that the Tar Heels needed to be steadied. And that was an aggressive move right there. Teams have had to start respecting that three-point shot because he's made a few, and if you run out at him, he's going to go right past you. And his energy is important, and he and Caleb Wilson together are just tough, especially for a team like Radford to defend that doesn't have that kind of size.
And then, Adam, Jaron Stevenson came back and played well. I thought active as he has been. Caleb Wilson still got a double-double on a night where he looked like a freshman at times for the first time this year and still finished 13 points and 14 rebounds. And then Luca Bogavac did not shoot well early, missed his first 5 threes and made 3 of his next 4. He got the start with Trimble not available, and good to see Luca find the rhythm eventually because he is quite a scorer when he's going.
Finished with the team-high 19 points, but took 18 shots to do it. The passing the ball, like that lob right there to Caleb Wilson, is what's really been impressive about him. He had 5 assists, which tied for the team high. A lot of those threes he missed early were open, good looks. I thought Carolina really moved the ball well and got some good shots. It wasn't a case of just gunning up bad threes. It was a case of you moved the ball well enough, you made the extra pass, you got a good shot, and you just missed it. And sometimes that happens. But Tar Heels did enough, and Luca did enough. I liked him taking the ball to the basket a couple times in the second half.
Wonder what he said in that last highlight you just saw. He gave that big fist pump. I don't think that was English, whatever he was saying to the Radford guy there. He let him know.
We could ask him on Matt Lukovic. He would know.
Yeah, that's right. Well, here's some hot news. Adam talked to Luca. Lucas on Luca interview. And I talked to Coach Davis. Adam, fair to say Coach Davis didn't seem real pleased with this evening.
It was a
little seemed tense, I guess.
Quick locker room talk. I mean, you know how coaches are. You got to find something that you're not as happy about. I do think worth noting, and you'll see it here, both Coach Davis, Luca, and Brad Frederick at halftime all talked about Radford playing zone and that being something that tested the Tar Heels that they perhaps weren't quite ready for, but that they were glad the Highlanders did because that'll be beneficial down the road. But all 3 of those folks felt like that took Carolina out of its offensive rhythm.
Enough rhythm, though, to win it by 15. Let's hear and see. I talked to Coach Davis. Adam talked to Luca Bogavac, and we'll come back and wrap things up on the back half of the Carolina Insider. Was 89-74 the final score tonight in the Smith Center, and indeed Coach Davis has joined me here in the back. Coach, just a hard game to get in any kind of flow. 80 free throws were shot, 55 were your thoughts after this one?
Well, I am. I'm very proud of the guys. We talked about, there's only two things that you have control over is how you react and how you respond. So how you're going to react and respond after the last game. And I was really proud of the guys for it's been a lot. It's been a lot over the last couple of days. Not having Seth out there, and so different lineups, foul trouble, and we thought we were gonna. Jaron got injured, then he came back. The way that Radford played, zone man, and so we finally started to get into our rhythm. A latter part of the first half, and we continued to do that in the second half. And so I'm always happy when we can get a win, but there's a lot to learn from this win.
How'd you think your team reacted without Seth? And then, as you said, you ended up all of a sudden, Caleb's in a little bit of foul trouble. Jaron is shaken up, and you do have some unusual lineups. How'd you feel like the guys responded to that?
Yeah, there was, some unusual lineups there, but, when I always believe when your number is called, your job and responsibility is to show up on point. And so, again, after a win, in regards to, defending without fouling, box outs, stepping to the line, taking care of the basketball, making free throws. We missed 18 free throws. And so that's something, we always talk about dominating points in the paint, living in the paint, living at the free throw line. It's hard to live there when you miss 18 free throws.
How can you get some more consistent production from your bench right now? Felt like when you had your starters in there, or maybe you were one or two guys deep, you were still keeping a high level of play, but struggled a little bit more as you went a little bit deeper.
Well, again, this is only the third game, and we've only had 2 games where everyone was on the court. So you count 2 exhibition games and 3 regular season games, and we've had the full team 2 of the games. And so I'm glad that we have an opportunity to practice Wednesday and Thursday in preparation for our game on Friday, just to find a rhythm with this group and be able to move forward.
Let me ask about 2 individuals, Coach, and then we'll get you out of here. Henry Basar felt like he was just steady all night long and gave you what you needed, 18 points, 7 rebounds, active as he has been, and really was providing an anchor for you down there.
Yeah, he is, block, alter shots, rebound the basketball. It's, I'm saying it's not a Fassar rebounding game. I used to say Baycott rebounding game. It's a UNC rebounding game. But also just his ability on the offensive end. He can score inside out. He was the one that really got us into the penalty because he gave us a post presence, and that was something that was an emphasis for us heading into this game. And I'm just really proud of the way that he's playing.
And finally, Coach Jaron Stevenson, obviously shaken up early, comes back, toughs it out, and again, just is very active and seems very impactful in a lot of different ways when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he has that ability to do that on both ends of the floor, and I was really happy with how active he was. Obviously defensively, he can guard in the post or the perimeter. He's a good rebounder. He can handle the basketball, but offensively, he had everything. Finished around the basket, post up, offensive rebounds, free throw line, and open threes. And so that aggressiveness on the offensive end is something that we're going to need the rest of the season.
Tough game to get into a rhythm tonight in the Smith Center, but Carolina certainly does enough to get out of here with a win, and that was what was most important, 89-74, the final score in the Smith Center. Coach, thank you for your time, and look forward to talk with you later in the week.
All right, thanks a lot. I appreciate it. Thanks, Jones.
That's Coach Davis. Guys back here after the Heels win it by 15.
Alongside Luca Bogavac after his first start as a Tar Heel results in a team-high 19 points. Luca, what worked well tonight as you led the team in scoring and Carolina got the win?
Yeah, I think altogether we got some bad moments and some great moments of the play. Personally, I think that I just tried to find my rhythm because I think it wasn't easy just to be doesn't know how everything was going on. So I think my feeling with the guys was great. I think that I should be more relaxed, but probably tonight I was nervous of everything. So because it's my second or third game, I don't know. So I think just spend more time with the guys. Just I will be more comfortable, and I will think with my reads and my playing it will be better for sure. Personally, I think that I also want a great teammate to put me in a great spot to be leading a team for scoring. But I think I missed everything tonight. Most like for 3 points, the shots they just go in and out. I mean it's basketball. Sometimes go in, sometimes go out. But I just trying to never just not depending on my shooting ability of games. Just to try to contribute for the winnings and just try to make good plays for others. And I think that I must play better defense. So yeah.
When the three-point shots aren't falling, we've seen you figure out you can get to the basket from time to time. What are you seeing that's enabling you to get to the rim effectively, even when some of those outside shots are not going in?
Yeah, I mean, I just trying to be treated from other points of offense, just like go to finish to the rim, passing. I think we have a great bigs, Henry and Caleb. They can catch the lobs, so it's easier for our guards just to have one more option on attack. But yeah, I think I just try to figure it myself. I think it's still in process. I think with the time it will be just better.
The coaches have really liked the way you passed the ball. You had 5 more assists tonight, which tied with Kyan for the team high. What do you feel like you're doing well in terms of creating opportunities for others?
I mean, I think I could do a better job also on this. I think that just this ability that I have of passing the ball it can just be the plus for our team. In the case when they are on me, it doesn't allow me to finish around the rim or shooting. I think that I can be treated on passing for our team, and also try also to make everybody happy, to not just tug the ball on my hands, just move the ball and try to see who is the guy on that game for sure.
Okay, you haven't been very happy with your performance. This was a significant, a big Tar Heel win.
I mean, I think just to pick out the team and just try to, on a couple of moments, just try to lead and try to organize also on offense, also on defense. So I think with the time it will just get better. But I think that the moments of that we have, for the bad moments, we should just try to not have this much, just to try to figure it out really quickly, and so we don't have a lot of troubles during the game. But I think also one of the things that for sure it wasn't in our hands, it was also that they played the zone. So for us, we are not have this habit to play against the zone so much until now. So I think we couldn't find our rhythm, and it doesn't help us in the first half. And I think this is the reason why we didn't get in the rhythm really quick, because they play zone. So I think we started the ball. We was just trying to find the solutions, and they just put us out of our rhythm.
Do you think your standard for what is a good performance, both team-wise and individual-wise, is higher just because you have played so many games and at such a high level? I think there's some guys who would have been really happy with that, and you want more.
Yeah, I mean, so I played pro, so I know how it's going. It's just try. The guys were nervous, but I just try to keep telling them that that's normal, because they play some other defense, and this defense for us is not really good, because we are a team who try to run every single position, so try to play on transition. So when the guys there on zone, you can't really play your game. And I think it's good for us also to have the team who play against us zone. So now we know or other games how it will be. So just to try to learn from this game, try to be better, and try to not take this like something bad. Try just to learn from mistakes.
That's Luca Bogavac after a team high 19 points, and Carolina moves to 3-0 with a win over Radford. Luca, thank you.
Thanks so much.
89-74, the final score. Carolina improves to 3-0 on the season. And Adam, I do think it will be important here over the next two games, which is North Carolina Central on Friday and then Navy next week. Both games that Carolina will be heavily favored in. To continue, and Coach Davis references, continue to learn how to best play with the personnel currently available. I mean, you lost a starter, Seth Trimble, and your veteran leader played more than 30 minutes a game. Great news is he will be back, but he's going to miss some time. And so to figure out how to be best successful with this group feels like that'll be job number one here over these next two games.
And figuring it out with this group ultimately makes you better when you hopefully have the whole group back together. And Coach Davis referenced, you count the exhibition games, Tar Heels have only had the full team for two of them.
Yeah.
So, and they won't moving forward, as you said, in the near future. So I think enough guys did enough things, but you're still looking for some backup center minutes. You might like to have a little more productivity from the backup point guard spot. Does feel like, I know Kyan Evans, he had 3 points, he only shot one time, he did have 5 assists. I feel like he's figuring it out.
Oh, yeah.
He's sort of studying things in a way that you need him to do if he's going to be the engine of that offense.
And you can see what's there with Derek Dixon. He didn't have a great night in this game, but he's going to get there.
Well, and he's your ideal backup point guard. Like, there have been some years he would have had to start, and that would have been tough. This year he doesn't have to, and so he can have some ups, have some downs, but it's never critical to the outcome.
So Carolina wins at 89-74. They improve to 3-0 here on the young season, and back in action Friday at 9 o'clock. Will we have rapid reactions presented by Modelo for that one? Yes, we will. Can't wait to see you then. For now, Heels will be 3-0, and on we go. We'll see you Friday night in the Smith Center. But Heels win this one 89-74. It's the Rapid Reactions edition of the Carolina Insider presented by Modelo.
Jordan, look at that! May for the win. Got it! May! How about them Tar Heels? They are the national champions.